Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So in this video, we are going to talk about Playwright selectors. Like what are the different selector strategies are available? For example, can you create a CSS selector, XPath, and what are the different other options and selectors strategies supported by Playwright? Amazing thing. Lot of good things that they have added extra, and then some amazing selectors and locators you can write, and then you can easily solve the problem with respect to shadow DOM, with respect to XPath, CSS. Earlier we were facing that CSS with the text with Selenium that was like not supported, but now you can use that as well. So here you can see this is a complete list. Text selector, CSS selector, you can do that. Selecting visible elements, selecting element that contain other elements, also we can do that. Select the element matching one of the conditions, shadow DOM, based on layout, XPath also it's supported. Nth element selected, React selector, view selector, ID, data test ID, data test ID, data test selectors. Pick nth match from the query result also we will see that, and the chaining selectors also we will see. So I'll take around 4 to 5 sessions to cover all these topics, because obviously it's really difficult to cover all the different types of selector in the one topic in the one chapter. First we will see that is very promising, text selector, easy, very straightforward. And one more thing, if you are not interested in other types of locators, you can still use your favorite CSS selector and the XPath selectors as well. The exactly same syntax will work over here as well. Make sure that you have watched my video on CSS and the XPath, how to create complex XPath and CSS selectors, everything, and then you are good to go with that. But I would advise you to use some really good cool features provided by Playwright to select different types of elements, like nth of element, and then some has text or some pseudo classes also you can use that to match the condition, and then you can use that, and some amazing things that they have given. Okay, and then I'll give you some tricks also and the best practices also. So let's go with the first one, text selector today. So let's go with the text selector. So what I'll do that I have already created this particular simple class, text selector, launching the Chromium browser. It's giving you the browser instance, and then from the browser instance, actually I'm going to create a new page. So here you can see that I'm going to create a new page here, and this new page will actually give you the page reference. So I'm storing inside the page reference, and import your page reference. And from the same page, as we discussed last time, that we can use this locator method, and we can pass the specific selector here, right? So which selector? Let's see, I want to click on this contact sales. So what you do, right click on it and go to inspect, and here you can see the contact sales is having some text over here. If it is a unique text and only one element which is having contact sales, it will try to click on it. So how to use that? As I told you, you just need to use a text locator or text selector which is equal to contact sales, and that's it. And you write, let's say I want to click on it, dot click. So I'll write navigate to this particular URL as well. Okay, and now let's quickly run it again. So the second browser is getting opened one more time, and now it's entering the URL, and once the page is fully loaded, it will click on contact sales. Okay, now you can see the contact sales page is getting opened. Perfect. It's very simple, very straightforward. But now don't do these mistakes. For example, let's say I want to click on this privacy policy, right? This privacy policy, but here you can see the privacy policy is available with service privacy policy also. And there is one more link, that is privacy policy here as well. See, this is also a link. So if you try to use this particular link, the privacy policy, in that case, what will happen with the text? For example, let's see, I simply say page dot locator, and then I'm going to write that is the text is equal to, and then do a dot click here, right? And you can remove the space. And let's say I don't want to click on contact sales, and I want to click on privacy policy directly. Will this work? Let's see. Because there are multiple elements which are having text is equal to privacy policy. So in this case, let's see it is working or not. But see, it is actually launching the URL, and then it will try to click on this, but it's not able to do that. And when you see on the console, it's giving you an error. It's saying that the strict mode violation, text equal to privacy policy, resolved to 3 elements. It means there are 3 elements are available where, see, the links are available where privacy policy is there. You can see this privacy policy, and service privacy policy also that I showed you. So in this case, directly you cannot use text is equal to this and dot click. This is not the right one. So what you have to do, if you really want to click on the first one, so you can simply say that the first locator out of these 3 elements, and then find the first one and then do a dot click. So that you can do that. Okay, so the concept will remain same that we covered in the last chapter, that out of 3-4 elements, if you're getting a complete collection that you are getting, you can go to the first one, you can iterate one, and then you can just do a dot click here. So see, it is actually clicking on this or not. So once the page is fully loaded, it will perform the action on it. So now you can see it is actually clicking on the privacy policy, and in the new tab, the policy PDF is getting opened here like that. Perfect. Now, what if I want to use a collection? That also you can use it. If you don't want to use the simple, this one you just simply store inside the locator, and the page locator will give you the locator reference. So let's see, this is my links. I'll just capture that, and then you have to import this particular locator from Playwright locator, and then you can just capture that what is the size of this locator. So if you really want to write, this is my links.count method, you have to use it. You can write a for loop also. Quickly write one simple for loop. For example, integer I is equal to 0 and I less than up to links.count, you can use that, and then I plus plus, here you can write it. And then how will you capture that? And then you can write system.out.println. This is my links dot, and then here you can use the nth method, pass the I, and from each and every link what you want to capture. I want to capture the text content of it. So instead of get text method, we have text content method, and when you try to run it, let's see it is working or not. Okay, so it's and here now you can see that yeah, it's printing C3 privacy policy links available on the page. You can match the content, and then you can just click on the specific one also. That also you can do that. For example, let's say I want to click on service privacy policy. How will you click on it? So in this case, I'll do one thing. Instead of printing it on the console, I'll store inside the text variable, right? And then I'll write one if condition, that if text dot, I'll say contains or equals, also you can use that. If it is equal to this, then do what? Then I want to click on it. So in this case, I'll be writing that whatever the links dot, and then this nth of I that you are capturing, then do a dot click here. Okay, so let's do a dot click, and then after that you simple break the loop. Perfect. So let's run it again. So what will happen, it will keep iterating. The moment it finds service privacy policy, it will just click on it. It is actually finding from the footer links service privacy policy, and here you can see in the URL service privacy policy PDF got opened here. Perfect. So this is also absolutely working fine. So remember, this page.locator method can be used to find number of elements. It can be used to find the specific element also, like just like contact sales, we can use that as well, right? Now I'll do one thing. Let me just comment it out, all these things from here to here. Let's try with some other application. I'll do one thing. Let's go to this application where let's say this is my demo.opencard.com. I'll change the URL. Same locator strategy, I'll be using it for some, but let's say I want to really work with the new customer, and this new customer is actually available with the h2 tag, and it's available under div tag. So this is the div class equal to well. So what you can do is that if you really want to create a parent and child concept, that also you can use that. Or what you can do is that give me h2 where text is new customer, right? So what exactly I'm going to write the locator here. I'll write page.locator. See this carefully. I'll be writing a double quote. And what is the HTML tag? The HTML tag is h2 tag. So I'll write, okay, fine. There is one h2 tag and it's having one text. So I simply write has text method over here like this. Has text. And what is the text of that element? So the text of that element I'll be writing in single quote. And let's see new customer. Okay, and then that's new customer. And then what exactly you want? So I don't want to do a dot click because dot click will not work. I just, let's see, want to capture the text of this. So how will you capture the text? So again you write, let's see, text content. You try to capture and then store in this, for example, let's see, header value, and then try to print the header also. So I'll write system.out.println. Let's see, I'm printing header over here. Will this work? Let's see. So this time it will open a new application. Okay, so you can see that's this one, and then let's see the new customer is getting printed or not. See, this is absolutely working fine here, right? So it's not only for the links, it can work for any kind of element. And here you can see the element is having the h2 tag, so you can use hashText method also. You can use it like this, or you can directly use text is equal to a new customer also. You can do that, right? That also you can use it. Okay, then what else we can have? Let's see, this h2 is actually available under this particular div, so this also you can use that. So what will you do in this case? If you don't want to use it like this, you can simply say that we have one div, and this div is having one class which is actually val class. So for class, what we have to do, we have to use a dot and then val and then put a space. So this is my parent, and there is one under this parent, there is one h2 child tag is available having the text new customer. That is more appropriate, right? Because what if tomorrow there is one more new customer label or this header is available somewhere over here as well, but I want specific to the under this particular div only. So in that case also you can simply write it. So let's see it is working or not. So run as Java application. Okay, so here let's see again it's giving you the new customer over here, which is absolutely working fine, right? So like this also you can use that. Then if you don't want to write this a text equal to, that also you can ignore that. See, for example, now let's try one more thing. I'll say okay fine, that I really want to capture this your store, and your store is actually A, and then this is the your store. Let's say I want to capture the content of this. So what you can do is that you write page dot a locator and simple write your store, and then what you just need to do is simple say let's see dot text content. So there is a one locator, your store locator text content. Let's see it is working or not. So I'll say this is, let's see, page header is equal to this, and then I'm going to print, run it again. Okay, so the browser is getting launched, and new customer is coming actually, but it's not printing the your store. Why? Because it's not taking, in that case, your store, it's not picking up. What you can do is you can just put one single quote here and one other single quote here like this, and now let's run it again. Now you can see the your store is absolutely coming over here as well. So whenever, remember one thing, whenever if you want to use any specific text directly without using like this text is equal to, you have to write double quotes and then put this inside the single quote. This is actually equivalent to this one. Okay, this is actually equivalent to like this. This is your text which is equal to like this. Both are same thing. The way we have written over here, exactly same thing. Your store, if you don't want to write text equal to, see this, in this case it is really working or not. I'm directly writing text is equal to your store. So let's run it again. Okay, now with text is equal to your store, there are two elements got found. Actually you can see that it's saying two elements are available, where see, powered by open card your store, and the your store, the header is also available here. So there is one paragraph also having this powered by open card your store. So I can do one thing, that I can just simply say okay, yeah, you just go to the first one and then give me the text. So let's quickly run it again. See, these are the tricks that I'm telling you. You can just experiment by your own and then keep running your test cases like that, and then improve your locator strategy here. See, again it's giving you the your store here, which is absolutely working fine like that. Okay, now let's go to the login. Here you can see that the login is also available, where input type equal to submit and the value is equal to login. And here you can see there is one login link is also available, and here you can see on the my account also this is a login link is available here. So it might give you that 3 elements found. So in this case, let's see, let's try this also, that can I use the text for the buttons where type equal to submit or type equal to button is there? Let's try that as well. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll create another page.locator. Okay, so this is, I'm going to talk about that this is for button. Okay, and the selector I'm going to use, once again, text is equal to what is the text of that element. The text of that element is login, right? So here let's see, I'm writing text, so it will take the value attribute because there is no specific text is returned. So it will automatically take where the type equal to submit, right? It will take the value attribute, that is value is equal to login. So you just need to write text is equal to login, and let's see I'm doing a dot click here. But this might not work because we have other text equal to login elements also available on the page. You can see this is also login, this is also login is available. So it might give you same error that 3 elements found. So let's see it is working or not. So run as Java application once again. I'm telling you all these different combinations so that you will not do all these mistakes. So now you can see there are 4 elements actually found instead of 3. It's saying there are 4 elements are available. There are 2 links available having the text equal to login, and see login, and there is one input type that we are talking about. Input type is also there, and then this login is also there. Okay, but here you can see it is absolutely working fine. Instead of do a dot click, what you can do is that if you really want to do a dot click, that also you can do it. So what you can do, I'm looking for only specific to this particular login. So here you can create a parent and child combination where you can see this is a form, right? Under this particular form, input field is there. So what you can do is that you can simple write that there is one form, and same thing same thing with input tag. So I'll write there is one input tag colon has text. So whenever you are using has text, right, you have to put a bracket over here like this, and then there is one login field like this. You have to use that. It means this is the form is a parent tag. See here you can see this is a form tag. Along with the form tag, if you really want to add some other attribute, you can add that as well. But right now I don't want to use this action or method. So under form tag, there is one input where value equal to login. If you really want to supply that, you can use it. See, very simple, very straightforward. Let's see this is working or not. Okay, so in this case, the other login and other 3 elements that we are getting it right with the login, it will ignore that. Let's see it is working or not. See, it is actually clicking on login this time. That's why you are getting this error message, because we are passing wrong username. We are passing no username, no password over here. Okay, so with the buttons also, I'm trying to say it will work, absolutely working like that. So remember, whenever you have to use text is equal to your store, you always try to use once it is the unique text. Otherwise it will start giving you 3 or 4 elements and it will not work. And let's say you really want to go to the second element or third element, you cannot go there because the method is only available with the first one, and then there is one more method, that is the last one. You cannot go to the second or third element like this. If you really want to go to the second or third element, then you have to iterate a loop over here unnecessary. So again, try to avoid to iterate a loop, because again, that how will you decide that if there are 4 login texts are available, to which login text we have to go there. So you have to manually count 0, 1, 2, 3. The third login have to go there. If any index is getting changed, then this logic will not work. So better to avoid for multiple elements, better to avoid text is equal to this. Here what you can do, see this is, you can use this one like this, you can use that, go to its immediate parent, and under this form there is one input has text method, you can use it. So this is has text is actually a pseudo class which is available in the CSS, and then you can use the CSS pseudo property and pass the text over here like that. This is not supported directly. If you write this particular locator, see if you try to inspect this locator here in the Chrome DevTools, it will not work. So you simply press Ctrl F, it's giving you 1 of 0 of 0. It's not giving you anything because this is a specialized Playwright locator. This will not work over here. Same thing if you try with the Selectors Hub also, it will not work. So how to validate that I'll tell you in the next chapter, that how to validate your Playwright selectors in the Chrome DevTools. Do we have any option? Yes, we do have that I'll tell you, because see, if you remember that in Selenium what we used to do, if you simple create an XPath, you simple write input type equal to submit, right? So I simple write, right? So here I can immediately validate that, and once I get 1 of 1, then I use it in my script. But here what exactly I'm doing it, I'm writing in my script, and then I don't have any option to validate that this is the right one or not. And when you execute that, then you will get to know if any error is coming. So same thing, if you really want to validate in advance before writing in your script, that also we can do that in a different way. So Playwright supports that as well. You can go to the console, but you have to execute with the test runner, the Playwright test runner. You have to execute that, and then only there is one method over here, that is a Playwright object. You can create that, and with the Playwright object you can use and you can validate any kind of Playwright supported locators. So that I'll tell you in the next chapter, that how to do this. Okay, so this is a text function. Easily you can use it here like that. So just simple use this, and let me know if you're facing any issue. And that's all for, it's very straightforward, very simple locator. And then later on we will see some other types of locators also next time, that I'll tell you more of selecting visible elements, and then more important strategies with respect to CSS and the XPath, nth of element selector. We will see some examples of React selectors and the view selectors also, and then the chaining selectors also. You can use that here very easily. But still, again, I'll tell you that if you're comfortable with XPath and CSS, you can still use that without any problem here. Okay, so that's all for this particular video, guys. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel, share with others this series. If someone is looking for Playwright with Java, you can just share with them, and then a lot of good things are coming with respect to Playwright. We will design one page object model, complete framework also we will do that with Playwright. Till then, take care and God bless you all.